In this video, you're going to be learning, is professional poker a path to freedom or a trap? Hey guys, my name is Adam Carmichael. I'm a mindset performance coach. And over the past few years, I've worked with hundreds of professional poker players and shown them how to reach a high level performance and achieve their goals. Now, when I start working with players, the first thing I ask them is, what are you trying to achieve? What are the biggest goals you want? And the most common answer I get by far is that they want to create freedom, financial freedom, freedom of time, freedom of location, to travel, to do other things. And in this video, I'm going to be going through, is poker the best path for that? If freedom is the objection, is poker the right thing to align yourself with or not? Or is it actually a bit of a trap where you can't get that freedom that you desire from it? So let's say you are the average poker player or professional poker player watching this, and you are trying to create freedom, whether it's financial, freedom to travel, freedom to do what you want, or you're in the right place. This is what you're going to be learning in this video. So the first, I'm going to explore a few elements of freedom here for you guys to dictate, is it a good fit or is it not? So the first one is, does poker give you freedom of time? So freedom of time is a great luxury. You get to be able to do what you want, wake up when you want, go to sleep when you want, just organize your day. So on the surface, it looks like it, right? So it looks like poker gives you freedom of time because you technically can do what you want with your days. However, it's a little bit of a gift and a curse. So does poker give you freedom of time? Yes. Is it full freedom? No. Because you've got to figure out what to do with your time. So you've got to learn to organize your time, be your own boss, be disciplined. And when you have no kind of structure to your days, it's actually very difficult. A lot of players I work with, I help them structure their days to be productive so they don't get distracted. For most people, they've got a normal job. Their job dictates their work time, and there's not much freedom around it. Whereas poker players have got to dictate every single hour of their day and get the most of it. So for that perspective, that you don't get the freedom of time there. And the second thing where you don't get freedom of time is you've got to put a lot of hours in. Most people clock in their 40 hours, Monday to Friday, they're done for the weekend, job done. Professional poker players aren't like that. You're putting 50, 60, 70 hours into poker, grinding, studying, and when you're not playing poker, you're thinking about poker, because one of those very it almost like takes up everything of you because you're always thinking about it. So I'd say professional poker doesn't give you freedom of time in the short term. Yes, you can have holidays you want, you can organize your days as you want, but I do think it's a little bit of a trap if anyone gets into poker going, I want freedom of time. I would say there's other things that would give you more freedom of time than poker because it does demand a lot of you. All right, so the first one, freedom of time, a trap. Second one is freedom of location. Does poker give you freedom of location? And the answer to that is yes. 100%. So if you want to play poker anywhere, not anywhere in the world, but there's lots of different locations, when you're online, you can almost go anywhere, apart from certain places in Europe and America, and you've got freedom of location. So I work with players who live in Vietnam, Thailand, I've lived in Bali for my poker career, I've worked with players in Colombia, where else is cool? Malta, Mexico is very common for the time zone to grind. So if you don't like where you live, you can just get on a flight and fly and move somewhere else. So poker is like amazing for that, like a huge opportunity that not many people take advantage of. I'm amazed at how many people play poker professionally, especially online. They don't particularly like where they live, and they don't just pick a new location. Me and my friends just went, where would be cool to grind from? Thailand, where next? Bali, done. It's actually cheaper a lot of the time than living in like America or Europe to go to like a third world country or somewhere different. And yeah, I think if you don't love where you live, you should relocate. Even the live scene, there's plenty of places in the world you can play live from. So freedom of location is a huge win for poker, and 100%. It's a great path for that, and you can, even on the come up, even when you've got very little money, you could move locations to somewhere cheaper, like I did when I started out moving to Thailand, and actually I didn't need any savings. I actually went to a place that would be cheaper to live and grind from, and yeah, you can be anywhere you want in the world if you're creative enough with it. So yeah, poker is 100% win for freedom of location. Not many people use it enough, so if you're not, think about where you'd like to live and make it happen. I know a lot of people who wait till they've got 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand before they think about these things. You can do it anytime, and poker is very flexible like that. And the third one, probably the most important one, is poker a good path to financial freedom? And the answer is yes. However, there's a massive but over that. So a lot of players get into poker wanting like a get rich quick or make a lot of money like almost effortlessly, bink a big MTT and get a big score and get money behind them. Poker doesn't work like that. It might appear like that on the surface. It might even reward certain players like that. But generally, poker you get small edges every time you play, and those who really make money, like really make money for poker, create financial freedom, financial independence, even financial security for themselves, they are the ones who put in a lot of work, a lot of hours. So the path to financial freedom, yes, it exists. You've got to get very, very good, and the path's quite long. So it's probably going to take, I'd say, most players I've worked with who've created some form of financial freedom or independence for themselves, it's took between 3 to 5 years, and that's on the shorter end. So you've got to realize, okay, yes, you can create financial freedom for yourself, way more so than a lot of jobs which we just don't have that opportunity. There is big ceilings in poker if you get very good, but you've got to be, one, very skilled, get into the elite 1% of your 1% of the 1% kind of in poker, and you've got to put a lot of work in for a lot of time. So if your goal is, I want to get into poker to create financial freedom quickly, I'd say it's a bad avenue. If, however, you go, I want to get into poker, I'm in poker and I want to create financial freedom over the next 3 to 5 years, I'm going to dedicate everything to poker because I enjoy the game, I love it, I'm curious about it, I really want to see how far I can take things, then yes, it's a great path. It's a path that rewards those who put their time and energy into it, and it gives back to you over the long term if you're willing to withstand everything that poker throws at you. So overall, my summary of this question, is poker the path to freedom or is it a trap? I'd say overall, yes, you can create lots of freedom. I think the time thing's a bit of a trap. I think financial, you can definitely get freedom. And location, if you're not utilizing poker for freedom and location, I think you're missing a trick. You should at least be traveling around, seeing new places. And yeah, I think it's got so many avenues for freedom. So hopefully guys enjoyed this video. You guys who are on the poker grind and are professional poker players right now, I appreciate you, and I hope you are creating freedom for your life, or at least working towards creating freedom into certain avenues. And yeah, thanks for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and there's going to be plenty more poker content coming from me very soon.